Hello everyone, this is Akash Parmar back to the YouTube channel again. Till now, this channel is having all the videos related to class 10th only, and now here I am starting a series of videos in which I will be posting the videos of class 9th as well. And I am sure that these videos are going to be helpful to many students of class 9. So in this particular video, we are going to start the first chapter of maths, that is number systems. So without wasting any kind of time, let's start the chapter. Take your book and pen and start noting down the important points. We'll start with the introduction of this chapter, and in the introduction we'll start with the set of natural numbers. Okay, we are not going to skip any point. We will understand everything in detail. So maybe this can happen that the length of this video can be lengthy, okay, but you will understand each and every point from this chapter. Natural numbers is a set of number which is symbolically represented by capital N, first of all. Okay, now which numbers are included in the set of natural numbers? So let's say if I make some points here, okay, and if I tell you to count the number of points, how will you start? How will you start? You'll start by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, right? So naturally you count anything from where? From 1, then 2, 3, 4 and so on. That numbers are only called as what? Natural numbers. Okay, so natural numbers start from 1, then 2, 3, but here I made just finite 5 points. Natural numbers goes for infinite. Infinite means forever it will continue till the infinite. Okay, it is endless. Okay, natural numbers which is denoted by capital N. Okay, the second set of numbers that we are going to see after natural numbers is the set of whole numbers. The set of whole numbers, okay, and symbolically it is denoted by capital W. Now which numbers are included in whole numbers? So whole numbers is just a simple modification to natural numbers. Natural numbers started from 1, whole number starts from 0. Okay, it means it includes 0 plus all the natural numbers, as well. That means in simple words, whole numbers start from 0, then 1, 2, 3 and so on, forever continue, okay, till infinite. So you understand here that the basic difference between natural numbers and whole numbers is what? Natural numbers start from 1 whereas whole numbers start from 0. Okay, let's go for the third set of numbers, and that is integers. That is integers. Okay, integers is denoted by capital Z. Okay, now you must be thinking that why Z? So Z, because the reason is Z comes from a German word. Okay, from a German word, and that German word is Zahlen, which means what? Which means to count. Okay, Zahlen, it is not an English word, it is a German word, and because of this Zahlen word, the symbol for integers is capital Z, which means to count. Now which numbers belong to integers? So again it is a little more modification to again the whole number set. Now whole number started from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Integers will also have all the negative numbers. Okay, all the negative numbers. That means what is it? It is negative plus the whole numbers, including the whole numbers as well. That is, we will show it by this, like it is starting from negative infinite, that is it is having all the negative numbers, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, it is having 0 also, it is having all the positive numbers also, it is having all the negative numbers also. Okay, one thing you have to keep in mind that all these three set of numbers, natural, whole and integers, does not have any kind of decimal number or fractional number, only complete number. No 3.4, no 4.6, not that type of numbers. Okay, so these are the three sets, natural, whole and integers. After this, the next set we are going to see is rational numbers. Okay, rational numbers, which is symbolically denoted by capital Q. Okay, now why Q? Let's see. So first of all, rational is taken from the word ratio. Okay, rational word is taken from which word? Ratio. Because of the word ratio, it is called as rational number. And Q comes from the word, which word? So that word is quotient. Okay, Q comes from the word quotient. Okay, now what is the definition for rational number? So definition says that a number which can be written in the form, which form? In the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. All those numbers which can be written in which form? In P upon Q form, that is in numerator upon denominator form, where this P and Q can be any integers. Any integers means it can be either positive number, it can be negative number, it can be 0, anything. But the another condition says that Q cannot be 0, denominator cannot be 0, P can be 0 but denominator cannot be 0. So all those numbers which can be written in the form of P by Q will be called as what? Rational numbers. Okay, now let's see some examples. So examples is, let's say if I take a negative number like minus 25, this number can also be called as a rational numbers because I wrote it as minus 25 upon 1. Okay, when there is 1, it is in the form of P by Q, where P and Q both are integers. Okay, so it is a rational number. If I write a positive number, let's say 3, so again 3 also can be written as 3 upon 1. So if there is any single number 4 or 749, anything, I can put 1 as denominator and I can say that it is a rational number. So this both are rational numbers. If I write 0 also, 0 also can be called as what? Rational numbers, because I can write 0 upon 1. Okay, the only thing is that I cannot put 0 in the denominator. So etc. All these numbers are called as what? Rational numbers. So here these three examples explains you that all the natural numbers can be written as rational numbers by putting 1 in the denominator. Similarly, all the negative numbers as well. That means the conclusion is here that all natural numbers, whole numbers and integers, the first three set which we saw, are also rational numbers as well, are also rational numbers as well. Okay, you can understand from this example that I can write 1 as the denominator and I can say that those numbers are rational numbers. Okay, the definition is, understand, very simple, a number which can be written in the form of P by Q, where P and Q must be integers. Okay, now another thing you have to understand is that, let's say if we have a rational number 1 upon 2. Now this 1 upon 2 can also be written as, if I let's say multiply 2 in the numerator and in the denominator, so 1 2s are 2 and 2 2s are 4, I can write it in this way also, and these both are same values, equal value, okay, because 2 and 4 can again be cancelled, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, I can get it 1 by 2. Again this can be written as 3 by 6, it can be written as 4 by 8, dot dot dot, means there are infinite ways to represent a rational number in different form, and all this form are called as what, you know, are called as equivalent rational numbers. All these forms are called as what? Equivalent rational numbers or equivalent fractions okay. Now let's solve the example number 1, which is, are the following statements true or false, and give reasons for your answer, okay. The very first question is, every whole number is a natural number, okay, and what will be the answer? Yes, correct, it is false, because not every whole number is a natural number. We will write here the answer is false. Why? So because there is one whole number which is not a natural number, and you all know it is 0, because 0 is a whole number but not a natural number, and because of this reason the statement is false. Let's go to the next question, and the question says that every integer is a rational number. Now you say, what is the answer? Yes, the answer is true, because every integer, we saw every integers means we saw negative numbers like this, 0 1 2 3, positive numbers as well. So all this number can be written in the form of which form? P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0, and that is the reason why the statement is true. We'll write, yes, it is true. Why? So because any integer can be written in the form of P by Q, where what is the condition? P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. The third question says that every rational number is an integer. Every rational number is an integer. The statement is false, because not every rational number can be written as integer, because a rational number, like if I say 3 by 2 is a rational number but is not an integer. It is not an integer. You can see it is not an integer. So this is the solution for the example number 1. Okay, moving to example number 2, and the question is, find 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. Okay, important question from this chapter particularly, where you have to find out some number of rational numbers between two numbers will be given to you. Okay, so here in this question you are given two numbers, and those numbers are 1 and 2. You have to find out how many rational numbers? 5. Okay, so the basic rule to solve this question is, first we will write here, since we need to find, as per the question, 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. So we Right. So what you have to do is that 1 can be written as 1 upon 1, that is in the form of P upon Q. Now since you have to find out 5 rational numbers, you have to multiply a number which will be greater than 5. It can be any number, but it should be greater than 5 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Okay, that means we have to write an equivalent rational number of 1. So as we have to find out 5 rational numbers, I will multiply a number greater than 5, let's say 6. So I multiplied 6 in the denominator as well as in the numerator, and I am finding out a equivalent rational number of 1, and I will get 6 upon 6. Okay, what I did, I just multiplied a number which is greater than 5 to both numerator and denominator. Similarly, I will do for 2 also. So 2 also, first of all I will write it as 2 upon 1 form, and same number 6 I will multiply in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So this number will change to 2 6s are 12 upon 1 6s are 6. So these two are the numbers now in between what we have to find out 5 rational numbers. So I will write here 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2, right, between 1 and 2 are what? So 6 upon 6, 12 upon 6, the denominators are same, numerators are different. After 6 what comes? 7. I will start with 7 and put the 6 down. 7 upon 6, comma 8 by 6, 9 by 6, 10 by 6, and before 12 we have to end, that is 11 by 6. I got exactly 5 rational numbers between 6 and 12. But the point you have to note here is that there are not just these 5 rational numbers between 1 and 2. There are infinite numbers, rational numbers between any 2 rational numbers. Okay, the greater the number you will multiply in the numerator and the denominator, the greater you will, the more you will get the number of rationals. Okay, so let's say if you multiply 10 in at both place, numerator and the denominator, and here also, you will get more rational numbers. The only thing you have to do is, while solving this, is that you have to multiply a number which will be greater than the required rational numbers which we have to find. So these are the 5 rational numbers. So note that what you have to note here is that there are infinitely many rational numbers between any 2 rational numbers, between any 2 given rational numbers. Okay, let's start exercise 1.1. The first question is 0 a rational number? The first question is 0 a rational number? We'll write the answer. Yes, 0 is a rational number. How can we say it is a rational number? The question is, can you write it in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0? Yes, I can write it in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q will not be equal to 0, because it is a rational number. So it will follow the rule, or it will follow the definition of rational number. And we will show some examples as well. That is, examples, I can write 0 as 0 by 1. I can write it as 0 by 43, or any number I can put it, 0 by 296, negative, etc. Okay, so these all are going to be equal to 0. It will not change the value of 0, it will be a 0 only, and they are in the form of P by Q. So it is a rational number. Next question, answer number 2. The next question is find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Okay, as we solved it in the example, in the same way we will go for it. So since we have to find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4, find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. We write, what we will write, 3 as first of all 3 by 1 I will write, I will put the 1 down, and now I will multiply, as I have to find out 6th rational number, a number which should be greater than 6 is what I have to multiply in the numerator and the denominator. So let's say I multiply 7, 1 multiplies 7 down and 3 multiplies 7 in the numerator, and I will get the equivalent fraction of 3 as 3 7s are 21 upon 1 7s are 7. And in the same way I will go for 4 also, 4 upon 1 I will multiply 7 at both place, and this is 28 by 7, and then I will write here the 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4 are 21, so we'll go from 22. We'll start from 22 down 7, 22 by 7, 23 by 7, 24 by 7, 25 by 7, 26 by 7, and the last is 27 by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So very simple. The third question is find 5 rational numbers between 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. This also will follow the same rule. So since we need to find 5 rational numbers between 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5. Between 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5, we write, what we'll write? First of all, this is already in the form of P upon Q. Okay, so we don't need to put the 1 in the denominator, there is already 5 in the denominator. The process will follow the same thing, that is, as we have to find out 5 rational numbers, I will multiply a number which is greater than 5, that is, let's say 6 down as well as 6 up. Okay, and as a result I will get 3 6s are 18 upon 5 6s are 30. Okay, and in the same way we'll do for 4 upon 5. So multiplying 6 at both place, this will become 24 upon 30. Okay, so we got the same thing. Now what I will do, I will write down 5 rational numbers between 3 upon 5 and 4 upon 5 are, after 18 comes 19, so 19 by 30, 20 by 30, 21 by 30, 22 by 30, and the last will be 23 by 30. So these are the 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Okay, the fourth question is state whether the statements are true or false and also give reasons for your answer. The first question is every natural number is a whole number. So yes, the answer for the first question is true. Yes, because all the natural numbers are obviously the whole numbers, because all natural numbers are included in the set of whole numbers. Okay, let's go for the second question. The second question is, every integer is a whole number. Every integer means, you know, this is integer. Okay, every integer, is all the integer here are also a whole number? No, you can say that here the negative numbers are also there in integers which are not whole numbers. So the statement becomes false. So why? So because we'll give any example of negative number. Let's say -3 is an integer but not a whole number. It is an integer, we'll write, but it is not a whole number. So that's why the statement becomes false. The third question is, every rational number is a whole number. Every rational number is a whole number. The statement is false. Every rational number, this is a rational number again, but it is not a whole number. Okay, so false. Give the same example, that because let's say -3/1 is a rational number but not a whole number. Okay, so here exercise 1.1 is completed. Sorry, it is exercise 1.1. I wrote 1. Exercise 1.1 is completed. Now we'll go for the next topic.